The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us. Taysom Hill is out.
The thing is, we're not like mathematically eliminated from playoff contention because we're 2 games out of the fucking division. Because everybody else in the division sucks dicks.
Yeah. It was a fun run.
Yeah, it was. This weekend was. That was it. Like, if we'd have won this weekend, okay, maybe, but what did I text you?
What's the saying? Say it.
It's the hope that kills you.
Yeah.
But what I'm almost relieved.
Yeah.
That nothing happened. Now.
Well, I mean, because remember last season?
Yeah.
And that
we went down to the final game.
Yeah.
And we won, and it was like somebody else won, and there's
and then you get in that scenario, like 3 teams have to lose, you have to win, and then another team has to tie.
Yeah, exactly. And Aaron Rodgers needs to show a dick pic, and then you're in the playoffs.
Now again, I'll take. Okay, now we're playing for draft position, and then we can turn our focus to other teams, like hoping Leeds stays at the top of the table. So,
3rd place right now.
I know.
Whatever.
We'll get to that, but
yeah, I fine. I think this is who the Saints are. We are who our record says we are. They scored again. I feel terrible for Here's what I feel terrible about: that Pete Alonso is playing in Detroit, who's fucking killing it. And what's-his-face, Braun, who was like the defensive player of the week for, I don't know, the Eagles or something. I'm sick of seeing former Saints and other teams being...
You mean like C.D. Deuce and...
Right.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins. That shows me more that the Saints... priority with Mickey Loomis is kicking the can.
Yeah.
We're like...
As I say, yeah, that's a front office problem.
We're the Dodgers with no money. That's what we are.
Yeah, we don't have $1 billion in deferred...
No, it's more than that. It's like the GDP of, I don't know, Vietnam. Vietnam. But...
And I mean, like, not to defend Mickey Loomis, because I totally agree with you in that. And
this motherfucker won us the Super Bowl, and he kept us fucking competitive forever.
But not even that, but that it's like that his, what we used to call his financial black magic, has now put the team in just a terrible position.
Are you hearing this, Los Angeles Dodgers?
Yeah.
Are you hearing this?
No, well, again, Dodgers...
I know. I just have a hatred for them.
No, go ahead. I get it. And other teams have done it before. Like, you sell your... I mean, the Yankees did it.
Yep.
You sell your soul for championships, knowing that you're going to have lean years. The problem is that Mickey Loomis just kept fudging those numbers.
Yep.
To where everybody thought we had hope. Like, again, the beginning of the season... Even before the first 2 games, it was
if you look at the roster,
yeah,
we're okay. But if an injury happened, we've said it, it's done. My biggest thing is if, you didn't kick the can on, say, some random linebacker, not named Demario Davis, but Pete Alonso,
yeah,
for less money instead of paying this guy more money, that's how you build up. That's how you don't fall off, is you pay the youngsters who are eventually going, and if that means lean years, cool. The Saints have lean years with our fucking superstars.
Right.
Take the lean years while you build up these kids that are now fucking killing it all over the NFL that you drafted to be stuck with.
So essentially the Saints have become like the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
we
draft well,
you
and then
you
sell
earn
them
your
off.
you earn your comeuppance here.
Yep.
And then when you go out to these other teams, then you elevate into a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and at the same time,
And not because we won't pay you, but I'm willing to pay. Just example, Cam Jordan,
yeah,
more money as an aging player than I am to his replacement.
well, like I get the idea of holding and this
Again, Cam Jordan is probably the worst example.
I was gonna say is that the problem is that they hold on to, like, it's one thing to hold on to like Cam Jordan, but
Right.
then that means you got to let DeMario Davis go.
But reverse that. But
I don't know. I'm just saying is that, but in Mickey Loomis's world is that you hold on to every franchise player,
and I get it, but you're lean everywhere else.
and I still say that
You know who Pete Werner
yeah,
is going to be that guy in 3 years.
exactly.
He'll be playing on I don't know, the Washington Redskins
Commanders. Yeah. We don't call them that anymore. It was a racist term to begin with. We always knew it.
Washington.
It should be the Washington Joe Gibbs. That's what it should be.
Yeah, well, he's in NASCAR now, so we don't recognize Joe Gibbs. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah, I know.
That Joe Gibbs might be the greatest because he came in, won some Super Bowls.
He's done nothing but dominate
dipped
in
out.
His field. Yeah,
exactly. He's a fucking unicorn of managers, owners, whatever.
But no, I think for the board and Gail Benson, particularly this offseason or now, because effectively the season's over.
It is.
Is you need to take a long, hard look. If you got to bring in an auditor on your front house.
Yep.
Also, you need to have somebody take a long, hard look at your health and conditioning staff, because
Correct.
I'm just saying
what
that's
like, on like Tecmo Bowl or something,
Yeah.
where like you need to upgrade your training staff.
Yeah.
Like we're at 4, and I'm gonna need you to spend some credits to get to like at least a respectable 8.
Yeah, when you do franchise mode on Madden, you gotta upgrade that stuff.
If not, you're gonna have your entire roster.
And I'm just saying is that like, and I know we don't like talking about it, but like the Chiefs are playing with injuries every fucking game.
Yes.
And yet Patrick Mahomes, throws from his ankle.
Correct.
Or,
with the help of the officials.
Well, no,
but that
I didn't want to get into
the
that.
fact
Yeah.
that they're winning games.
But it's like that's an organization that understands, and they're using the.
It was.
And
it was what
I'm just saying here in
the Patriots did.
Here in New Orleans, it makes no sense how we have this many injuries and you have 3 fucking medical systems, one being a state-run medical system.
Wait until I get to Juventus.
Right, yeah, but it's like you have a private school. You got Tulane, you got LSU, and what the fuck else?
Oshner.
Yeah, and Turo.
I don't know what they're doing.
But yet everybody got injured this year. Like, also, who is your fucking dietitian for the team?
We said that at the beginning of the year. Now, some of them, like Taysom Hill, God rest your soul, I hope your career's not over with. That was just, I can't call it dirty because that's how defensive players are meant to tackle.
But that's also the way. That's also
back.
the way Taysom Hill plays. He goes
Correct.
balls out. That's going to happen. Like, I get that.
Guy was tackling him low because you have to. A guy was tackling him from the back. His leg bent the wrong way. When that happens.
Yeah.
Chris Olave, head injury, cool. Cash that guy out. But like the offensive lineman with like constant calf injuries.
Right. Ticky-tack injuries.
Like a hamstring that takes, 6 months to heal.
Or general soreness or, upper body injury.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I that's got to be... So I saw that in soccer, it's because of like and same with American football. It's not like just a constant go. It's a stop.
Right.
And then your muscles cool down and then go.
Go, yeah.
And then stop and then go for every play. Soccer's the same way. Like it may be like I'm going to jog around, but then I'm going to sprint 50 yards and cut 3 ways. Of course I'm going to tear something unless I'm training for that particular type of movement.
Or when you're on the sideline, you get an acceptable salve or something like that,
right?
Like icy hot or whatever, to keep your muscles loose so that it doesn't fucking do that. But
and I know all the athletes are getting bigger, stronger, faster, but the medicine isn't keeping up.
Well, that's the easy thing to say. But it's like, no, like medicine, sports medicine is far beyond that. But it's about the team, the organization finding the right people. I mean, as we were just saying, it's the same as hiring your scouts, your
There's a reason
your
you
special
have a
teams coach,
strength and conditioning coach, a nutritionist,
right,
a sports medicine, a
and if
chiropractor, a physiotherapist.
And what has this been like? I mean, 3-4 years where we have a rash of. I mean, at one point this year we had our first and second lines out.
Correct.
And most of them for little, like muscle strains and shit like that.
Like a hamstring, and again,
not a tear, but a strain.
Right.
Yeah. That means that you're not conditioning these guys properly.
Right.
Or you're not directing them properly, and you're letting them go out and
Or the flip side of that is you're not doing that, and you're overworking them.
Yeah, exactly.
Those two don't, and I am not a sports scientist in any way, but there's a reason why. Yes, if you have a year with multiple injuries, fine. Like it happens. But if you are consistently losing 40% of your starters,
yeah, that's my point. Yeah,
something's wrong.
Wrong. Yeah.
Everybody deals with injuries, but like you're losing 40% of your roster for multiple games, if not the season.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about like broken legs or torn ACLs or
And if it's that health system that you're working with, switch health systems. If it's those individuals that you're hiring, fire them and bring in new people.
And if it's the players not following that, then you need
to
get
their
somebody
fucking
who's
ass.
on fucking board.
Yeah. You need a manager of the team that's going to do it right.
So I don't know. And again, we're not nitpicking on injuries, but that is one of the root causes. The Saints are done. I hope we get a top 10 draft pick. I don't know where we go from there.
But looking at brighter linings is that what we've known for a couple of years, and I'm going to come back to this over and over again until it stops, is that I love it that the rest of the world, particularly the Cleveland area, is getting to know our boy Jameis.
I just pray to God for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to take away pick sixes from me.
That he threw for nearly 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 if you include.
6. Yep.
And I'm stealing from like Dan Patrick and
no, it's the truth.
Rich Eisen here, but it's that
this motherfucker. The most impressive thing is
my favorite was like some dude said like Jameis Winston that game out of his mind,
and Bo Nix helped.
I know.
But Jameis Winston would throw like a 72-yard interception and then come back and throw a 90-yard touchdown, only to turn around and throw a 40-yard interception. Pick 6.
Yeah.
500 yards.
He's the most entertaining.
Sign me the fuck up. I want him back here.
Yeah.
Back here.
He is.
I want him back.
And I forgot, he was in like the top of his class. The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion. Marketing by Brock Ryder. Graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion. Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.